In this video, we'll learn about HIIT for fat loss and muscle gain. High-intensity workouts are a great way for burning fat in the body. The workout aims at quick fat burning and the ultimate reduction of fat cells that store fat reserves. But before moving on to the mechanism of fat burning by high-intensity workouts or any other methods, you need to understand the mechanism of fat storage in the body. When you consume food, some of it is used for making glucose and getting energy. The extra food is stored in the form of glycogen in the liver. This is the reserve food that's used once the glucose levels in the body become low. Fats and triglycerides are also used by the body for energy, and fats provide the largest amount of energy. Extra fat is stored in cells called adipocytes that are abundant in the flank, thighs, and the abdomen region. The aim of any exercise is to make the body burn these reserve carbs and fats. But before this happens, the body has to use up the glucose and triglycerides that are already present in the body. Once those are used up for fuel, the body starts to use the reserve glycogen and fats. How does HIIT cause fat loss? Metabolism refers to all the processes that take place in the body. These can be of two types. Anabolic. These are the reactions in which new products are synthesized using the reactants that are present in the body. These things are often extracted from food we take in, such as proteins and carbs. Catabolic. These reactions are the ones in which something is broken down into smaller particles or for excretion from the body. These reactions may be fat oxidation, in which fats are burnt into their respective components. Other than that, catabolic reactions include carb burning and breaking down of larger nutrients into their monomers, and use these building blocks for making something new. Both these reactions take place side by side, and both need energy to function. This energy comes from burning carbs that are already present in the body. When a person performs a high-intensity workout, their metabolic rate is enhanced. Due to this acceleration of the metabolic rate, reactions in the body also take place at a faster rate. Since more reactions occur and at a faster rate, the fat reserves in the body also start being used up for energy. With HIIT, your metabolism remains in action even in the resting stage. HIIT is much better at enhancing resting metabolism than aerobic exercises. It keeps the resting metabolism going on at a significant rate for 24 hours after the workout, which is just in time for the next workout. Therefore, it keeps the body burning fat during the whole day, even when at rest. HIIT and fat oxidation. Fat oxidation is the process in which fats are broken down into triglycerides. In cells, oxidation of fat occurs as a result of which triglycerides are produced. These are used for energy provision, or they can be stored in the adipose tissue. Since HIIT induces fat oxidation, it ensures that body fat is being broken down instead of getting stored up. The liver is the only organ in the body that can dispose of cholesterol. When fat reserves build up in the liver cannot function properly due to pressure exerted on it by the fat concentration. As a result of HIIT, the fat reserves melt, which cause the liver to function properly for disposing off cholesterol. Increase in growth hormone levels. HIIT has also shown to increase growth hormone levels. This hormone is also involved in the fat-burning mechanism in the body, along with enhancing metabolism. In the presence of this hormone, the metabolic rate of the body improves, and the efficiency of metabolism is also enhanced significantly. During high-intensity workouts, a chemical is produced in the body called catecholamine. This chemical is very important for fat loss since it mobilizes the stored fat. The fat reserves keep increasing in the body until the previous ones are burnt. In the presence of this chemical, the fat that is stored in the adipose tissue is mobilized so that it can be used as fuel for energy. The primary source for fuel in the body is carbohydrates, so the body has to produce some kind of chemical to make the fats available for fuel. How does HIIT build muscle mass? HIIT is also responsible for building muscle mass. This is because HIIT builds endurance and causes more blood flow with better contractility to the muscles. The blood carries oxygen and nutrients to all parts of the body. After high-intensity workouts, more oxygen is taken to the muscles. This results in oxidative respiration in the muscle. Anaerobic conditions cause the production of lactic acid in the muscles. This is why the muscles feel fatigued and they get sore. If more oxygen is taken to the muscles, aerobic conditions persist and oxidative pathways are followed. This helps increase the muscle mass in the body. Moreover, blood also takes nutrients to the muscles. These nutrients are essential for muscle growth and development, especially the proteins. Proteins can be used as an energy source for growth of the muscles. Also, they are great for repair. Every time you work out, muscle wear and tear takes place, which has to be treated by the body. Proteins play a role in this process, and they repair the muscle fibers that have been damaged during intense workouts. Also, they make new muscle fibers using amino acids as building blocks. These amino acids are used for making muscle proteins called actin and myosin, which are responsible for muscle contraction and relaxation. Metabolism and muscle mass. HIIT increases the rate of metabolism in the muscles in active stage and keeps metabolic activities going on even in the resting stage. In the anabolic reactions, new products are made for muscles. In this process, muscle mass is also built. Since high-intensity workouts keep the anabolic activities going on for 24 hours following the workout, they ensure that muscle synthesis is taking place at all times. As such, high-intensity workouts are great for burning fat since they increase the metabolic rate and also increase the fat oxidation rate in the body. Plus, the same also reduces appetite and increases fat mobility by increasing the amount of catecholamine. Along with fat loss, high-intensity workouts are also responsible for increasing lean muscle mass, which is a great way for people to get their dream body. In this video, we'll talk about HIIT for endurance. To build endurance, you do not always have to spend hours of your daily life training and doing intense exercises. HIIT is a great way for building endurance since it focuses on the major endurance building points in the body. One of the main elements of endurance is cardiovascular performance. This refers to the way your heart works and the subsequent working of the circulatory system in response to heart's pumping. The functioning of the heart can be measured by 3 determinants. 1. Heart rate. This is the rate of your heart beating per minute. The more your heart beats in a minute, the more blood is pumped to the body and the faster your body moves towards endurance. 2. Stroke volume. This refers to the blood amount that is pumped every time the heart beats. Since there is a direct relationship between the stroke volume and endurance, a higher stroke volume is a beneficial thing for the body. 3. Contractility. This refers to the force with which your heart pumps blood to the body. The stronger the force, the farther the blood travels. If contractility is higher, an individual has more blood flowing to the exercising muscles. This blood is laden with oxygen and nutrients that are then utilized by the skeletal muscles for strength and repair. Endurance is not only a measure of how strong your heart working is. It also refers to the amount of oxygen that can be delivered to your muscles. This variable is called VO2. This variable depends on the factors mentioned earlier, as well as on the amount of oxygen that is extracted from the blood that enters the muscles. Not all of the oxygen that's taken to the muscles by the blood is taken by the muscles. The oxygen has to be extracted first, and the more oxygen extraction capacity the muscles have, the more oxygen they will receive. Another factor that contributes to endurance is the mitochondrial density. It's common knowledge that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. What this means is that it's involved in the production of energy in the form of ATP. This energy is produced through different cycles that takes place in the mitochondria. The higher the mitochondrial density, the more energy is produced for the consumption of the body. So how does HIIT build endurance? HIIT builds endurance by working on all the variables that are mentioned earlier. It enhances the stroke volume for ensuring a greater amount of blood flow to the skeletal muscles. Moreover, it also has an effect on contractility and increases the pumping force of the heart. As far as mitochondrial density is concerned, HIIT is a great alternative to aerobic exercises for increasing your mitochondrial density. If there are more mitochondria in the body, more energy production takes place, and that gives the muscles more endurance. Another way in which HIIT induces endurance is by increasing the number of enzymes present in the mitochondria. As mentioned earlier, energy is produced in the mitochondria through different cycles. In all the steps of these cycles, different enzymes act on the substance to form a product. These enzymes have their distinctive activities that are essential for energy production. HIIT leads to an increase in these enzymes, and these enzymes then further increase the endurance in skeletal muscles. When you do HIIT, it shifts the signaling pathway in the body from a slower to a faster one. For breakdown of nutrients and extraction of energy from them, the mitochondria are activated through a switch in the body called PGCA. During high-intensity exercises, the signaling pathway for activation of this switch is a faster one. As a result of that, the enzyme's activity is enhanced and the mitochondrial density is also increased. HIIT and VO2. As mentioned earlier, the VO2 levels in the blood determine how much oxygen is getting to the skeletal muscles and other parts of the body. HIIT has shown to significantly enhance VO2 levels in the body and enhances stroke volume. Since the stroke volume is enhanced through high-intensity workouts, more blood gets sent to the body every single time the heart contracts. This is a good thing for skeletal muscles since they start getting more blood. The circulatory system of the body is responsible for the transport of nutrients and oxygen to the muscles and other organs. When the skeletal muscles get more blood, they also get more oxygen and nutrients. This is essential for proper growth and functioning of the muscles. Using this oxygen, they can respire and release energy using the mitochondria present in them. At the same time, the amino acids in the nutrients are further used for repair and for synthesis of new proteins that are needed for the muscles. High-intensity workouts also increase cardiac contractility, which refers to the force with which the heart pumps blood. As the pumping force is increased, the blood reaches all muscles and organs of the body. When skeletal muscles get more blood, they build up endurance. It's due to this excessive endurance that the individual has a shorter recovery time and can perform much better in gym sessions. High-intensity workouts also build endurance in skeletal muscles. When you perform these exercises, the vasculature of the skeletal muscle is changed. The vasculature refers to the size and number of blood vessels that are present in the area. Due to these workouts, tiny blood vessels become apparent in the skeletal muscles. They enhance the heart stroke by sending more blood to the heart. The muscles, when contracting, send blood back to the left ventricle of the heart. If more blood is being sent to the heart, it means more blood is being oxygenated too. Thus, heart stroke is enhanced and more blood is sent back to the body in oxygenated form. This increases the amount of nutrients getting to the muscles. HIIT also enhances endurance by increasing the strength of muscle fibers. The muscle fibers are made up on proteins. In high-intensity workouts, the blood circulation is enhanced, and more of these proteins are being made using the amino acids present in the blood. This enhances the flexibility of the muscle fibers and makes them stronger. Motor units and HIIT. The skeletal muscle fibers have something called motor units. These units are important for signaling in the muscles and for building endurance. High-intensity workouts increase the number of motor units present in the body. This can aid in two things. If motor units are present in the skeletal muscles, then muscle coordination is much better and the person has more endurance. Motor units also help to reduce the fatigue time for exercises. As such, anyone with enhanced motor units does not tend to get tired quickly. Does HIIT affect Qmax? Qmax is referred to the maximum amount of blood that your heart can pump to the body in a minute. It's been seen in studies that high-intensity workouts have little or no significant effect on Qmax. On the contrary, low-intensity workouts such as aerobic workout plans are great for increasing Qmax. Therefore, HIIT takes cardiovascular pathways to increase endurance. It increases the density of mitochondria in the cells along with enhancing the functioning of mitochondrial enzymes. Furthermore, it strengthens the muscle fibers by giving them more proteins for repair and strength. High-intensity workouts also increase endurance by overall increasing the VO2 max and by keeping the oxygen volume in the blood high at all times for transfer to the skeletal muscles.